Welcome, guys, to another 30-minute marketing hack training. My name is Bob Clark. Lately, I've been going on a fundamental kick where I'm going back to the fundamentals, right? Where I'm talking more about time, about focus, about discipline, about consistency. And I'm done that because everything I'm seeing in the marketplaces, specifically in my target market, the people who I'm attracting, they really haven't built a very strong foundation. And they're out there trying to generate leads and sales. And it's like trying to build a house without a foundation. It's a house of cards. It's going to come flying down as the first wind. And so I've been going back and really focusing on that. And it's shown because a lot of people are getting really excited about it. I can see more and more people jumping on the trainings and the recordings. So that's cool. Today, I want to continue in that realm, and I want to go look at which social media platforms should you focus on. Okay, it's an important topic because if you're not focusing on the right social platforms, you could be wasting a lot of time in your business, and we don't have that kind of time to waste, right? And it's just not a matter of, I've heard people say, just choose one that you really like and focus on that one. And I understand this sentiment. Yes, you should like one that you like the platform that you're playing in, but it's also bad advice because you want to be playing on a social platform where your target market is too, right? You don't want to be playing over on a platform that really focuses on young people if you have an older audience and vice versa, right? You really need to be cognizant of which social media platform you want to focus on so that you can get the most bang out of your time, if that makes sense. Right. So today I've come in hot in here. I'm coming hot with numbers. Right. I've done some research in this. And I've done this research for me, and I wanted to share it with you because I wanted to make sure I was playing in the right social media platform as well. All right. So let's go. Let's see what I got. So there's a lot of them out here. Right. There's Facebook. Facebook's like the old reliable, right? The one that probably the most popular platform, at least, I believe that's the most popular one. There's Instagram, it's mostly for younger people, but no, older people too now. Instagram is the newer guy in terms of Facebook, but it's coming on strong. There's Twitter, which is now X, right? Which is usually more for current events and stuff, but a lot of marketers hang out there. There's YouTube, known for its video, of course, educational, entertainment. Pinterest, which is really coming on strong now. It's really growing. It used to be the kind of considered like the old ladies platform because they like to talk about crochet and knitting and stuff, and that's not even close to the truth anymore. Marketing is becoming a big thing there, and it's starting to level out too in terms of male female. It's still mostly female, but the males are coming along, and now they have a really robust ad platform there, just like Facebook does. TikTok, short form video, high engagement, right? A lot of marketers hang out on TikTok, and LinkedIn, which is more considered more to be the professionals, B2B kind of thing, where people are looking for maybe jobs or to service other companies. And so that's the main players. There's other ones as well, but these are the main players. And you have to decide, right? Where are you going to hang? You can't hang out on all these platforms effectively. You cannot do it. Nobody has the time to do that. So yes, hang out on one or two, but which ones, right? Which ones? We're going to solve that tonight. Any questions, guys? Be sure just to drop them in the chat. I can see the chat. So here's the question, right? You've got you on one side, and you've got your target market on the other side, and you've got these social media platforms in the balance. And it's always a little give and take, right? Which platforms do your target market hang out in versus which platforms do you feel comfortable playing in? And ideally, you want to match them up because you want to be where your target market is. But it's always a give and take. When we first talk about target market, we often start out with descriptors: age, gender, income. It's easy to start out that way because those are definitive answers. Age, I want people over 50, or I want people 30 to 45, or whatever age group you're looking at, right? Gender, male, female. It used to be that simple. I think it's still that simple, male or female. Income, what kind of income level these people have? Are they in a job? We often will start out with that. when we start with target market descriptors. So that's where I started my kind of investigation on this, is I wanted to look at the different platforms and how they relate to these descriptors. So first with age, okay? And these are numbers from about, I want to say it's going to be 2020, 2021. So they're a little outdated, but not much. Okay, and I think all this still stands. We got the baby boomers, right? That's my generation, 1946 to 64. They're primarily known to be over on Facebook, right? Also on WhatsApp, and that surprised me. I don't know why. I'm not on WhatsApp. I know a lot of my friends are. A lot of international friends of mine are on WhatsApp. I think because it's free, I think, to message and stuff. But in terms of social media platforms for marketing, Facebook is primarily where the baby boomers are. Gen X, 1965, 1980, right? They're on different ones, right? They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're coming up on Gen X and LinkedIn, because a lot of them are professionals looking for jobs. Okay, so those four are where they're playing. So in that kind of a situation, you'd want to pick one or two of those that make sense for you and your business. Can't be in all four. Millennials, 81 to 96, primarily on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. Okay, that's where they play. Instagram is really the millennials' place. They love Instagram. And if that's the age group you're looking at, you want to consider Instagram. That's my opinion. And then you got Gen Z, the 97 to 2012. They're big on TikTok. They're huge on TikTok. Also Instagram, also YouTube, but they're like the TikTok generation. They go there for entertainment. They go there for information. They go there for research. They go there for recommendations. They're all about TikTok. Short form video goes right in their wheelhouse, right? Give it to me now, right? I'm not putting Gen Z down at all. I love short videos. So I'm just saying they tend to want things quicker, right? They don't want to wait. They want short form video. They want answers quickly. TikTok is their place, right? That's their jam. They love it. So that's how it breaks down according to age. Let's look at gender. X, or Twitter, or X, and LinkedIn tend to be more male dominated. Okay, especially Twitter. Twitter is highly male oriented, at least at the last statistics. Females, Pinterest, as I said, but it's starting to change, but still Pinterest is female dominated, and as is Instagram, which kind of surprised me. I thought that was more equal. I think they're probably leveling off, but and the ones that are both kind of mixed, half and half: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Right. So if you were going to pick males, that was your target market, you might want to consider playing over on X. Right. A lot of marketers over on X right now. And there's ads, there's I don't know, I call them Twitter ads. I guess they're not Twitter ads anymore. They're X ads. They're becoming more popular. So that might be something you consider. If you've got a product you're promoting for women only, I would be all over Pinterest. And we play over on Pinterest anyway, but I would be all the way over there for female. Okay, so this is another way to think about which platform suits your target market, right? Higher income, hands down. LinkedIn, which I do, those are more professional type people over there. They have more money, they have more discretionary income. And here's one that surprised me: Pinterest. The average income for a Pinterest user is way higher than the other social media platforms except for LinkedIn. I did not expect that. That surprised me, but it gives me a whole different kind of thought process on that. Didi says, I'm debating on Instagram because you have to have more conversations over there, just like Facebook. Yes. Yeah. Pinterest, that really surprised me, but it's true. I looked at the stats are there to back it up. Pinterest is higher income for sure. All right. So that kind of, and if you want to go deeper into this, a lot of the demographic, a lot of the statistics I got here is from this Sprout Social post. I'll give you a second if you want to take a screenshot of that URL. It's a sproutsocial.com. It's deep. There's a lot of detail in there, probably too much. You probably don't need all that detail. So I kind of cherry picked what I thought were the most relevant statistics. But Yeah, that's where the article, that's where I got it from. All right, so this is all well and good, right? But I wanted to go even deeper with this. All right, we understand now the different platforms. We understand as related to age, as related to gender, as related to income. We understand that. Okay. But I wanted to get AI involved here because I wanted to see, could AI predict where a target market was or is, and would it match up with what I know about the different social media platforms? So I started playing as me with AI. I like to play. So we're going to dive deeper. So I'm going to give you 3 scenarios, right? And then we'll wrap this up. I'm going to give you 3 scenarios of a typical marketer, online marketer, network marketer, affiliate marketer, okay? And what they might be promoting and who their target market might be, depending on who they are, of course. But I want to propose that to ChatGPT and see what they recommended. It's interesting. So the first thing I said was that if I were selling nutritional supplements and skincare, a lot of MLM people are selling that, and my target market is females over 30, which I probably should have made that more definitive, but I said females over 30 who believe in eating clean and don't want chemicals in their skincare line. Given that information, which social media platforms would you advise I focus on? Here's the answer. Facebook, which surprised me, but it's because I didn't say like 30 to 45. I didn't, if I had given it more of a limit on age, it's because I said 30 plus, took us over to Facebook. Right. And Facebook's not a bad place to play for that, right? Especially if you're looking for older people, for sure. It said Facebook, mature audiences are interested in health and wellness. Sure. Pinterest, popular among women, discovering new ideas and products. That's what they like to do, especially in health, wellness, and beauty. If I was a network marketer and this is my target market, I would be all over Pinterest for sure. Instagram, visual appeal, right? It's all pictures. That makes sense to me. And a lot of people buy on Instagram. And TD said, though, there's a lot of back and forth messaging going on. So if that's not your jam, maybe that's not what you want to do. And then YouTube, which kind of surprised me, but you know what? It's known for its educational content, for demonstrating the use of products, which would make sense to me, and connecting with audiences seeking detailed information. So this is right in line with what I knew, with what I asked. And I think if it were me, and this might surprise you, my number one platform that I would focus on would be Pinterest. That's just me. So if I'm looking for women, age 30 plus, who are looking for that kind of skincare and nutritional line, I'd be all over Pinterest for that. So that's scenario 1. Is this helpful, guys? This kind of helpful to see how my brain's working here. Sometimes it's scary. But this is the kind of information that you really need to process in yourself, because you want to make sure that you're not wasting your time over on the wrong social media platform. Cool. All right, let me give you another scenario. And a lot of network marketers do this. They sell credit repair and financial services. So I'm getting distracted by the chat. Thanks. I appreciate that, guys. So scenario 2, credit repair financial services. That's what they're promoting. And I asked ChatGPT in the same format. If I were promoting a credit repair and financial if I were promoting credit repair and financial services to young professionals dealing with excessive student loans and credit card debt, which social media platforms should I focus on? Okay. So credit repair, young professionals dealing with student loans, credit card debt. That's my question. That's my target market. Here's what they said. LinkedIn, because that's where young professionals hang out. And they like when you share informative content and information, success stories. I would not go over to LinkedIn and probably just start pitching my product. That doesn't go well usually over on LinkedIn, in my experience. I'm not a big LinkedIn user, but I've played over there. And yeah, they like blogs, they like information, they like to make decisions. If you're going to go over there because of the young aspect of this, young professionals, I would think you'd want to promote it from a different way, from giving information, right? Didi said. giving information and letting them decide for themselves whether or not something you have would be worthy. All right, Instagram, young adults, good for visually appearing content. Facebook, and I think they picked Facebook here mostly for offers for targeted advertising. Right, Facebook ads. I'm going to tell you, Facebook ads right now, I am blowing it up with Facebook ads. I'm getting $1.10 leads every day, $5 a day. That's all I'm spending on there. So for 150 bucks a month, I'm generating, man, almost 300 leads. It's crazy. It's great. No, not 300, almost 150 leads. It's almost $1. So it's 150 leads a month. Think about it over the course of a year. And that's really passive on my part. Okay, I don't mean to go off on a tangent here, but Facebook ads, I've totally changed my mind about them. It used to be where that was where I tell experienced people to go. I don't do it anymore. Facebook ads are very easy to run. You don't have to buy a course to run them. You just go over on YouTube and learn how to do Facebook ads. Look for a recent video. And Facebook now does most of it for you in terms of finding the targeted people. You don't have to do that much. Basically, the creative is the thing that you have to do. You have to build the creative that shows up. So Facebook, that's why they picked that. And YouTube, of course, detailed educational content. So here, I would probably play over either on LinkedIn or YouTube for this. That's where I'd probably go because they're young professionals. They're not likely to go jumping at deals without doing some research. Could be wrong there, but I think not. If it were me, I'd probably be playing either over on LinkedIn or YouTube, or maybe both. Maybe doing YouTube videos and maybe just doing the blogs from those videos and putting those on LinkedIn. And again, reaching out to people and talking to them on the platforms. So that's where I go with that. So let me give you one more scenario. One that we all could probably relate to, the make money online niche. Okay. And for those I'm thinking more about people who are leading with the business opportunity rather than a product in, say, network marketing, for example. Okay. So if I'm promoting make money online offer, and I made it specific here, I'm promoting it to it. My target market is teachers who need a second income stream. Okay. That's a very popular one right now. I didn't limit it by age, but I did say teachers. Which social media platform would you focus on? Interesting what it came up with. Facebook, right? Teachers love communities. They love educational groups. Teachers are on a lot on Facebook, especially the older ones. But even the younger ones, they tend to be in Facebook groups a lot. I've seen that. And again, you can reach those people with Facebook ads very effectively. Pinterest. Many teachers use Pinterest for educational resources. My daughter's a teacher. She's all over Pinterest. She likes it for her classes, right? But people over there might be a very effective platform to play over. LinkedIn, because they're teachers, they're professionals. And Instagram, because I think most teachers are considered, when I think of teachers, right now, I'm thinking it in terms of my grandson. So I think of teachers as younger, and Instagram is a younger platform. So I think that it kind of makes sense to me. So if I was going to promote this, I think what I would do is I'd play over on Pinterest and I'd run ads on Facebook. And maybe I'd be in some Facebook groups. Okay. And you can also run Pinterest ads. We do that very effectively. It's a little harder because Pinterest likes them to go to blog posts and stuff. They don't like it to go so much to straight opt-in pages. You can do it, but it's not as easy as it's evolving. That ad platform in Pinterest is evolving. So I think eventually it'll be fine. But right now, we tend to send most of our Pinterest ads people over to blog posts or videos or something like that. And from there, we can introduce things that we're selling. Okay, so I would think probably I'd be over on Facebook and Pinterest. That's probably what I would do with this. But look, if you love LinkedIn, you can reach teachers on LinkedIn for sure. The key to it is you want to really be focusing in on teachers, right? You want to create content on any of these platforms that attract teachers. Right? I saw a guy over on not YouTube, TikTok, speaking to teachers directly and about their need for a second income. And he was crushing it. He ran a couple of posts over there that generated lots and lots of leads because he was talking to a very specific target market, teachers, and he was one of them, so it helped, right? And providing solution-based information for people, and brought them right over to an opt-in page and a lead magnet. So that worked really well. So this could work anywhere. Could you work on TikTok? This is not the old limiting factor here. TikTok could also have been listed here, I think, for teachers. But if it were me, and I'm a little bit older, so maybe that would sway my view on it, I'd probably be over on running ads on Facebook, getting in some Facebook groups, and Pinterest. I'd be creating pins there to, and by the way, just so you know, my wife creates all the pins. I'm terrible at it, but if I didn't have my wife to do it, I would totally outsource that. I would find somebody on Fiverr or somewhere who could do really good Pinterest pins. Not my thing. So even if you don't know how to use stuff, you don't forget you can outsource stuff, right? Outsourcing is pretty easy. All right, so that's scenario 3. Hope that's helpful. I want to give you a template that you could take with you. You can actually screenshot this. If you're going to use ChatGPT or any AI robot to help you figure out your target market, this is a prompt that I use that you could use. And the orange is where you would insert your information. So basically, you're talking, the question or the prompt that you ask AI is, I am promoting my, and you put what offer you're doing, right? What's your product, what's your service, opportunity, right? Put it in there. What are you promoting? 2, your target market. Who do you want to reach, right? Is it teachers? Is it professionals? Is it retired people, right? So use age, use demographics, use age, gender, income. Use those descriptors if it'll help you. Anything else, the more you can tell AI, the better it is. So be as descriptive as you can with your target market. And then you say, which social media platforms would you advise I focus on? That's the prompt I use for all 3 of these. It's the one that worked out. I tried some different things. That's the prompt that worked out best for me. Right? Is it up to date to answer that? Is it going to give you the data from this year? No. Is it going to give you the data from up to probably a year to 2 ago? Probably. It depends on which bot you're using. With ChatGPT 4, it's pretty recent. It's pretty recent, but you have to pay for that. Okay. But me, I'm looking for trends, right? I don't know how much the recent data would change from the data that's a couple years old. I'm not sure about that, but I'm looking for trends. And by the way, just because it tells me, I'm not going to just jump on that. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to make a great business decision, because again, you have to want to play on that platform, right? If you hate a platform, don't play on it. Even if your target market's over there, do an alternative one, do the second one or the third one, because your target market's not on one platform only. Okay, it's never like that. They're always on different platforms. You're trying to figure out where most of them go. But if you hate Facebook and AI is telling you that your target market's most likely on Facebook, I would not advise you to go on Facebook, because if you don't like it, in fact, if you really don't like it, you're not going to be consistent there. So while I do use this information to guide me, I wouldn't go onto a platform that I really don't like. Let me just put it that way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because you don't want to be a robot about this. You're asking a robot, but you don't want to be a robot.